Welcome back, mamas. Today we are talking all things preparing for the summer. Simple things that we can do so that we feel confident and feel good in our bodies because summer's coming, so it means break out those shorts, all those things. And then also just preparing and planning a little ahead of time and setting expectations with our kids so that we can enjoy our summers. Not to be OCD planners and to be crazy perfectionists, but just to help create balance and so that we're not overwhelmed, and like I said, that we can enjoy our kids and just feel like there's a balance in the home. So
Enjoy our
that's in
kids, our husband, and our life. Really.
yes, so true. It can be hard when everything, if you just feel like you're waking up and going just by the seat of your pants, and then everything feels crazy in the house. For me, the house gets crazy. Summers for me looks like 50 more kids than I have myself. I almost say than I own, but that I have. And it can just be a little bit wackadoo. But
Crazy.
yeah, but when I am intentional with my summers and do fun things with my kids, I feel better and I have less mom guilt, and I want to do those things and I want to make the memories and I want to be joyful in the moments and not the just yelled and like had a freak out moment. Like, let's go to the creek and pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, and a little known secret, those of you listening, Samantha and I, we're not going to give full details, but we're working on something. We're working on something very special to us. In fact, Samantha has had this written in journals years prior. Not sure what this would look like, but we're working on something that if her and I, which are not super planners, I think to our benefit, we're pretty free and easy with our schedules
Mhm.
and how we do things, but that also has major costs sometimes. So with the busyness of our lives and what we're doing in this women's community, and even starting the podcast, two goals were share testimonies of how women have come through hard things, most of the time through God getting them through it, and then also we wanted to share tips and tricks, and so we have done that throughout the years, but we're trying to work on a system that if we can do it, we feel like any mom can do it, and then we're also going to try to help others. If this actually works and comes to fruition, we're going to try to help others have a little bit more peace in their life. We know there's many hours in the day, but it doesn't feel like that. And then sometimes, for me, I feel like there is no more seconds that I have in a day to get anything accomplished, but it isn't true. There's always like little bits of moments. If I would have planned this earlier, I wouldn't be trying to figure out what I'm going to eat or going to out to buy food, and now I'm stressed on the budget and I just took another hour and a half unnecessary time, unnecessary overspending and all these things if I just would have planned my week, which I knew pretty much at the beginning of the week what I had coming up. So anyways,
Mhm.
all this to say is we feel like there is a way, and with both of us together, which we have different personalities but similar in the fact of where um I don't know, how would you explain, I don't know, we're both go with the flow in a way, which is
Mhm.
nice and good. But then we're also not super planners. We're not going to get
Yeah.
to practice a half an hour early every time, which we wish we could. And I always have an excuse that I'm just so busy. But anyways, we have a heart to help women, and we've seen women, especially with the outreach events, that are really going through hard things. So, anyways, our
Mhm.
heart is just to help others. So if we figure it out, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, our minds are thinking constantly about what we could do better. And so Samantha is going to start talking about what she is thinking about for the next few months and into the future. And then in the summer. And then mine is mostly going to be based on baseball and homeschool, I think. So,
Yeah, for sure. I know, because that can just add so much. That's a lot on your plate. I know baseball season is a lot for you, and
crazy.
then you haven't really had a baseball season with homeschooling yet,
Mm-mm.
right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, because
Yeah,
of
that's good.
so that's going to be a new thing
It's
to balance and bring
in my
together.
mind, like if you would have talked to me last year about it, I would have been like, it is the most stressful time and I hate saying it and whatever. In my mind now, after having, I guess, a little bit more downtime in the off season this past year, I feel like,
Mhm.
okay, like it's what my boys want to do and I have a few years left with them. And so I'm almost in the mindset of, okay, how can I go and just enjoy it and not be that stressed out mom, which I was last year and all the years prior. And that is my goal. And I want to go into it where they don't think, oh, mom's stressed out. We are at baseball again all weekend, all week. It's going to be different this year because Cleat is in high school now. So while Ty's season is starting, Cleat's season is starting at the high school. So Cleat's games are going to be mostly during the week, and then Ty's are going to be on the weekend. So we're not going to have 4 games on a Saturday and
Oh,
Sunday,
that'll be
which
nice.
might be nice. But
Yeah.
then when baseball in the high school ends, it's going to be crazy because we're going to have both boys playing almost every weekend and then Cleats picking up on another team. So, but I'm going to try to, like we talked about, I'm going to try to figure out how to prepare and every morning look at my calendar and every weekend meal plan as much as I can. And also I'm working on this budget, which it's not my favorite thing to do, but it's so necessary.
Right. I know it's hard, but I think like simple things. So like my mind goes to like having maybe 10 or I don't know how many meals you want to have in the like we have baseball tonight, so these are easy.
Rotation.
Yeah, rotation, and so pulling those out. So I think like crock pot meals, I've done a lot of those
It's good.
for games nights, and then what I do is I just have like in my car, I would have like a bag, and I literally just kept it in there if I'm like in this season of soccer and basketball and all that. And I'd have paper plates, paper forks, napkins, wet wipes, and that stays in the car. And then, and maybe some bowls, and then I'd do a crock pot meal, and then put it in my car, just the whole crock pot meal into a like milk crate container or whatever, so it's not spilling, however you want to secure it. And then like also serving utensils, if you have a couple extra ones, you can just put them in that bag too, because I always seem to forget those. And then I would literally like pull up to the games, open the trunk, pop out my wagon that we use for cleaning, the one that
Mm-hmm.
like folds up and like deflates. And so and I'd have like drinks, I'd like load those small cooler of drinks on, make everyone's bowl or plate or whatever, and like have the chairs, and then just like bring it like out of the back of
Great
my,
idea.
it's like
That's a
a
Especially for
food truck.
the weeknight games. On the weekends, it might be a little
Yes.
different, more like
Uh-huh.
plan something cold, but that would be really,
Yeah.
really great on the weeknight
Yeah.
games.
So
I
yeah,
like
and
it.
like if you have like so soccer, we'd have some like chillier nights or whatever. So then so we'd do like the warm stuff. But if you're doing a weekend, you can like hard boiled eggs is something great as a
Mhm.
snack for protein. Again, I'd have your bag packed with like all your disposable stuff and even like salt and pepper in there because like you can have
That's a
hard
great
boiled
idea.
eggs, nuts, and then like make like some salads up, have grilled chicken, keep the chicken separate. So like you could give Sadie a few pieces of chicken with a hard boiled egg, a few nuts, cut up veggies. If she doesn't like the salad, you can like mix and match and kind of just make like snack trays, like a charcuterie board almost, but like
Yeah,
fruit, veggies, hard boiled eggs, salad, and like mix and match.
that's a very good idea. I love even just the hard boiled egg with the cold chicken, as long as it's flavored good.
Hmm.
Great
And a lot.
ideas, honestly.
And I think your family is like a mine, as we both of us have kids that like a lot of veggies, so a lot of times like I'll do meals like that, but I won't even like technically make a salad. I'll just have like sliced cucumber, sliced tomato, whatever, and then like have salt and pepper on them, and then you just like add that like a jar of pickles. You could add pickles, and like it's
Right.
literally just like the
Whatever
not
they're
a
in the mood
specific
for.
meal made up. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you're like a mix
Honestly,
and match.
I've said this before. This is what gets me every single time is I try to be
I.
good on the grocery shopping, and then
Mhm.
um like when we're out and about, I try not to do fast food and I try not to, do chips and all these things. So, um, I don't know. I try to be good with the grocery shopping and I try to plan and then I get crossed up and I didn't plan for the day. And then we're eating stuff from the gas station, even like beef sticks and things like that.
Yeah.
It adds up so much, or I'll go eat a healthier food place instead of like a cheaper Taco Bell or something like that. And I know I'm spending so much extra versus going even
Mhm.
to into Deerbergs or Kroger and getting all the healthy snacks I want. It's like I'm just, I'm kind of trying to shift into that, like still be
Yeah.
good and wise about what you spend and do,
Mhm.
but like spend the extra money there because I know I'm like probably tripling the expenses doing it the way I'm doing it. And again, the stress is not fun.
Yeah. And then always feel like you're rushing and behind. Another thing is like sandwiches are great. peanut butter and jellies. Like if you have a good, healthy, sourdough bread, and then you have your healthy peanut butter and your healthy jelly, it then is like, it might not be the healthiest meal, but it's like not
Not the
terrible. It's
worst.
like, it's different. And like those PB&Js can get frozen and they thaw like really well. So they freeze and thaw really well. So you can like make a big batch of those, like, at the beginning of the month, and they're super cheap. And if like worst case scenario, if you get to a place where you're like, oh, I have nothing,
Yeah.
you like have your backup stash of like
Your own homemade Uncrustables.
frozen. Yeah, exactly.
No,
So
good
those
ideas.
come in handy for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'll keep everyone posted in 1 and 2 and 3 months and see if I've succeeded or not. So we'll
You're
see.
gonna do this. It's gonna
I
be,
know.
just
I'm
keep
like
it
committed.
simple. Keep
I'm
it
done
simple.
with exactly. And that's the other thing too, even what we're trying to make is like we could overdo everything. And it's not about that either because, we need to have space and time to be a wife and a mom and all those things too. So I think it's just is sadly about getting up earlier and looking at the
Yeah.
schedule every day and then doing meal planning every week. So
Yeah. And I think like that bag of like the disposable stuff, and then you could even do a bag of like dry goods snacks. So like get a thing of healthy granola bars, dump it in there. A thing of healthy trail mix snack bags, dump it in there. Like, and have the dry goods just packed in your
yeah.
car too. And that's something that doesn't go bad. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's a really good idea. I'm going to do
Yes.
it. I'm going to
You're
conquer it.
gonna
I'm
do
going to be that mom that people look up and like, she's so prepared.
it.
Yeah, right. Maybe.
Who knows?
People will be shocked. They see me as like the healthy mom. Oh, what are you feeding Sadie now? Sometimes, but I'm not the prepared one. That is for sure. So,
Well,
but
you're
I
going
am
to be
now.
yeah,
Yes, I
this
am.
this season you're going to be.
You might even nickname me like over prepared Nikki. Like I want to be that crazy. Go all in or go home.
Always early, Nikki. Never have
Yeah,
I
right.
said. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
so busy. I'm like, no, you can't say that ever.
Yeah, like but something to I heard it. Where did I hear it? I think it was in a sermon or a podcast or on TikTok. I don't know. It's probably TikTok, but this woman said if I get asked to do something and I have to rush, it's a no. Like all those times that, someone's like, she gave an example of someone asked her to go to the gym at a different time than she normally goes, and she was doing the like mental math in her head. Well, if I move this around and if I do this and if I fix this, then I can get there and then I can get back in time. And then, but realistically, like that
Yeah.
never goes as planned. And then, like, if you have to do that mental math of like trying to figure it out, it's an automatic no. And
Yeah.
I love that. And that's something that
I
I'm
don't think
going to
that's my problem though. Like my problem is not something I'm planning or going to change and do in the future. Mine is always like I have 13 minutes. I could vacuum this carpet and like I'm always like I like pile things in. Any ounce like extra like bit of seconds I have in the day, I will load it in. I do let myself. It's like once I feel like I have everything done around 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. That is when I like don't my mind doesn't go there. But throughout the day, it is like get your crap done early and then relax. So mine is kind of like that. And can I realistically do that? And I'm really trying to think like, no. And what, like, Nikki, why does it matter? Why do you have to vacuum right now? Well, then, because I can't do it later, because I can't keep my house clean, all those things. But I'm trying to, kind of like Shiloh was saying too, I'm so like used to stress. I almost don't know how to, I do
Mhm.
not sit down for 10 minutes and wait for the kids to like, hey, let's go to school. Would literally never. If I'm on my phone, I'm probably in the Lyme Moms community, do something or
Mhm.
engaging or whatever. So maybe that's my problem too, is allowing myself breaks and then not allowing those. If it's my rule should be because people some things speak to them differently. It should be like if you or it could be two different things. Get ready, get all the way ready first. That way you literally are like ready to walk out at any time
Yeah.
when you need to. Because sometimes I'll do this first and then I'll finish getting ready.
Yeah.
Gets me every time.
That's my
Or
mama. That's what a
yes,
mom needs to break.
And then, or it is like, if you only like, can you realistically get this done and have like 10 extra minutes to spare? Like, I almost have to have like a spare one. I don't know. So that is my
Okay,
problem though, is
elaborate on the last thing because I don't
so
understand.
um so I think get ready first, I think would
Uh-huh.
help
Yeah.
me every
I
single
got that
time.
one.
And then
Yeah.
if I can't, either I have to like make a mental note to always leave like 20 minutes earlier, which I don't know if I can do that. But I don't know if it's something like I'm trying to add something extra in. I don't actually, I think if I just get ready first, I can always leave when I need to. And I think I think that gets me a lot every time. And then I just have to say no to the extra things, which I don't know how to fix that actually.
That was the thing that I was trying to say. So I still don't know what your second one
No,
was.
I
Think
actually,
you
I
tried to
don't
say
know. It is
like
my
have 10
personality to
minutes.
never stop during the day. I will
Yeah.
always. So how do I stop? I don't know how actually.
Um, yeah.
It sounds probably easier, just stop and take a break, but like literally my lists are ongoing everywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can't keep up with anything. So any like extra time. So I think I need to be like, take a break. Like, I don't know.
Did you listen to Pastor Matt's sermon that one day that I said it was really good and to go listen to it?
Mm-mm. No.
So, okay, so he did this analogy of where he had a picture frame with his son in the middle of it, and he said, if we put the picture frame in the center and then try to glue like the picture somewhere, that just like doesn't make sense, right? Like it just doesn't work that way. And so he's like, the frame is framing our life in Jesus. And so he said, like, well, what do you do if you're like a busy mom or you're working or you have all this stuff? Like, what does that look like? And it looks like getting up in the morning, getting on your knees, devoting your day to the Lord, and then spending some time in His Word. It could be 5 minutes for you, one verse, or if you're more mature in your walk, it could be chapters. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's some type of dedication. And then come noon, like lunchtime, you stop and you take 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever in a break, and you pray, meditate, get in God's Word, do something to ask God, or just like be still in the silence and the stillness and just like really actually eat your food. That's something I'm working on, is like not being on my
Yes.
phone while I eat and like actually
Yeah.
like being
Not
present while
eating
I'm
in the
eating.
car. That's me.
Yeah,
I'm eating in the car
exactly.
all day long.
Constantly. I'm always doing everything in the
It's
car on
not
the
good for
go.
your digestion,
I
apparently,
know.
either.
It's so rushed and like so setting that in the morning and then the evening having something like again that looks like that, and then the sides could be um or the sides I guess is the lunch or whatever, but then like you're framing your day for Jesus doesn't mean that you have like hours and hours you're on your knees praying or
Right.
whatever, but it's just like being more mindful and like bringing your thoughts back to Him, and just
Mm-hmm.
also, what does the word say? It says like don't worry about tomorrow, or like we're supposed to be good stewards, but we're also supposed to be joyful and worshiping and like praying and singing and doing those things for God. And I just think of
Yeah.
that like slow, steady. I don't know. I always think of my grandma. My mom is so rushed and crazy and like, boom, like 100 miles a minute, 24/7, nonstop, go, go, go. And then she like crash and burns out. And then my grandma was like such the opposite. Like she did not rush for anything. Like she always had way more time to get ready. She like got the bill in the mail. I think I've said this before on the
Mm-hmm.
podcast. And we
She
got the
paid
bill
it
in the
right
mail. She
away.
paid it right away and like didn't. She's like, then I don't have to think about it or worry. And she was just like slow, steady, and like, but life felt like simple. As little when I was little, it kind of maybe sometimes felt like, oh, grandma, come on, or like a little boring or
Sure.
mundane. But there was like this grace and this just like ease, and
Peace.
our kitchen wasn't messy. Her laundry was always done because she never
Yeah.
said like, oh, I
She
don't have
probably had a
time.
system like she did with the
Oh, for
bills.
sure.
It
And
I
she
think people that have all that together, they really actually have a system, and they're busy enough to get that done. I think most of them start early. Um but just like Eric's mom, she always is very, I feel like,
yeah.
relaxed, but she gets up and
Hmm.
she cranks in the morning.
Hmm.
So
So yeah, I
well,
think
one
like
thing kind of on that note, maybe a little different, is that I found, so I feel like within the last couple of weeks, breakthrough with homeschooling, which again, I'm in the
oh
first
yeah.
year homeschooling the boys, which they're going to public school too. So it is crazy, and I am on crunch time. It's just the reality of it. But if I get up earlier, it won't feel that way as much. But what I've realized is I homeschool the boys in the morning and then get them to school, and then it's Sadie's turn. I can't do all three. There's no way. And
Yeah.
so what I found, and I'm staying in town, I'm saving gas instead of going all the way back home. But then I have like a solid 2 hours to homeschool Sadie versus I was like going back home because Clee didn't have baseball at the time. So I actually didn't need to stay in town. But I was
Mm-hmm.
going back home and I would be busy probably doing stuff around the house. I'd probably get distracted trying to clean or whatever. Who knows what I would be doing. I mean, we're busy. Let's just be honest. We have 4
Yeah.
dogs, chickens, and all the things, and a garden coming up soon. But I would have things interfere in front of Sadie's homeschooling. And I'd be like, okay, we'll just do that in a little bit. We'll just do that in a little bit. I can't tell you the piece of when I put the first things first, when I get the kids, the boys off to school and everything it seems to be like good enough. It's not perfect. And then I have 2 hours to just focus on her and go to the library and all that. It's like a breakthrough. I can fully focus on the thing that I know is the most important to me, that at the end of the day I feel happy about, versus getting extra all these other things done that usually conflicts with her time. And then we get to the end of the day, and homeschooling in the evening is the hardest thing to do with a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So putting the first things first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is good. For sure. And I think that maybe can roll into the the fitness aspect of it. And everyone's summer, you're wearing shorts, you're wearing less clothes, and so you don't have as much to hide or whatever. It's all those candy bars that we were sneaking, through Christmas or whatever starts to show up. But I think for me personally, we've said it like a million times on the podcast, is getting up and getting dressed, from makeup to shoes, cute,
Yeah.
simple outfit, whatever, feel good about yourself. But then getting that workout in, and I've let that go a little bit, and I just have noticed my mentality shift and the change in it, and like the energy and all of that. And so I think during the summer, especially for me with the kids home and being nonstop and needing my full attention, and like I feel like my focus and my brain capacity, like I need that in the morning. And so trying to get back and being very diligent in that, and it's like non-negotiable. Like I have to move my body in some way because it just hits the things all around, once you get
It
that.
is so true. When I even don't feel like workout, so it was a couple weeks ago. I was like just dragging, and I was like, I know I need to like do something. So I got on YouTube and pulled up a Pilates video, which some of those are really really great workouts
Yeah.
too. And
Sometimes I
I
feel like,
what's that?
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say Pilates is really good because sometimes I feel like we just need a good stretch. Like as moms, like you're so stressed and our muscles are tense, and like sometimes we just need like a good, like when you stretch and you're just like, oh, like it
Yeah,
hurts a
like
little but feels
releasing
so good.
tension.
Like yes, like sometimes we just need to like sit and like roll our necks and like
Hmm.
just breathe.
Right.
Literally, like deep breath
Well,
in,
this like a little bit different than yoga. I found a couple of people that I've been following, and it's like and I can do whatever I have time for. So if I only have a little window, I can do a 6-minute ab thing. So any type of moving your body. But I found some really, really good ones that I'm like, dang, because it's all like your body's weight.
hmm
And so
yeah.
there's certain things that it's more intense than you think. Even, my husband, my oldest son have been like, oh, I would have never known.
hmm
But I will say the time that I did that a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I know like a medicine. I know if I take this, I'm gonna feel more energized. And sure enough, it works like a charm every time, like you're
hmm
saying.
Yeah, for sure. It does. It's like crazy. Like, doesn't make sense on paper, like logically, but it
Hmm.
just does.
Yeah.
And then you like feel, I don't know, it's just like a snowball effect. You feel better. I think your like mood, you're getting those dopamines, that adrenaline rush, and so then your mood's gonna be enhanced, and you're gonna just be more joyful around your children and different
It's
things. So,
true. Cleta and
mhm.
I will go into the gym like, "Bleh," and like we'll come out like just silly and whatever,
Yeah.
dancing around in the evening. So whatever it is, it works. However God made it. I don't think we're meant to be as sedentary as we are. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, we were supposed to be like hunting and gathering our food, and now
yeah.
we have DoorDash. Like, what? I have
No
to
grocery
share.
shopping anymore.
I
No
know, like,
steps.
last podcast that we did, this kind of a funny story. Um, we were sitting in here and my kids were home. They was like on a snow day or something. And I was supposed to I told my son my oldest, I was going to make food. And then I like was running late and I had to jump on the podcast. I didn't make him food, but again, he's 16. There's a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. Like they're more than capable of like heating up some dino nuggies in the oven, or there's plenty of
Right.
stuff in there. And he comes, he's like, Mom, did you make my food? I'm like, I'm on a podcast. No, I didn't make your food. I get out of the podcast and Josie is like, the boys got DoorDash, McDonald's. And I am just like, are you? No. No, we cannot be
And
this
that's not even
lazy.
like you guys either. You're so like good with your money and your groceries. The funny thing is
Oh,
it's almost like you guys are like rich, like people that just eat out all the time. It's just so funny.
yeah, and we never know. I think that if like my mom was never about good with budgeting. It's like always like instant gratification, like, oh, YOLO, you only live once. Let's go out to eat and order the appetizer and the dessert and the extra drink and all the things. And like I am like so the opposite, and I'm just like my kids every time like with so many things. I'm like I live with my mother. I live with my mom again. Like no, what are you guys doing? But like I'm like, come on, get some tortilla chips and shredded cheese and make poor kids nachos like we all had to do. Like it's
Right.
part of suffering. Like it builds character. DoorDash and
And
McDonald's.
like DoorDashing McDonald's, like does McDonald's
I know
travel
it's
well? I feel like it
gross.
doesn't. I feel like the
No,
fries would be nasty by the time you get them.
and
For
we
where
live
you're at.
so.
You're
Oh
not
yes,
close.
and we live so far away that like the DoorDash expenses are expensive, and then
Like
you
how
have to
much was
tip.
it? Did you even know how much it was in these?
I don't know, but
And
one
did
night
they
they tried
tip?
to do. I forgot to, I told them last time that they better do it, but one night it was weekend night, and they said that they were gonna DoorDash Taco Bell, and again I was like, "What? You're out of your minds!" And then they gave me the bill, and it's like $75, $75 for Bell, bro.
I mean, they
No,
are
like
teenage boys. I
go
could see them
no,
justifying that.
like go make some, like go get in the kitchen and whip
Go walk
something
to the
up,
gas
and
station.
like yeah, like no. So I talked them out of that one, and I actually did text them that night and like, go make tortilla chips with shredded cheese, poor people nachos like we all had to do or whatever,
Mhm.
like build character. And like I came down like the next day or whatever, and like the plates of the remaining, like they did make the nachos that I
Oh, that's cute.
said.
I would
But
eat
yeah,
on white bread, uh, just plain potato chip sandwiches with mustard. That was my thing after I got home from school. No, it's actually really
ew,
good.
was
I would
it
make it for you, but I probably don't
just
ever
like
have the ingredients.
bread with chips and mustard?
Yeah, it's delicious.
I'll
It
just
really is.
take your word on it.
Mom, tell her. Mom, when you listen to this, text her and let her know.
No,
We'll have to make
I
it for her someday. I'm telling you, you'll
yeah,
like it. You'll be surprised. You like mustard, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you'd like it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
We'll do a
I
live
think
with
that's
you eating
where.
it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely had to get creative. I made all kinds of stuff. I think that's like where I started like cooking. Like I'd just go in there and be like, what am I gonna make?
Hmm.
But I ate a lot of creamy chicken ramen, which is terrible,
Mm.
so I don't let my kids eat that. But yeah, I don't know, like fry an egg up and I don't know, get creative. Like have fun in But anyway, that was a whole tangent. But um yeah, so I kind of forgot what we were talking about before that.
Just like moving your body and getting
Oh yeah.
prepared for the summer. And so you said wake up, get
Yeah.
ready. And when you say get ready, give us an example of how long it takes you and you know, you put your earrings on and whatever, but how quick is your routine and what is your routine?
Oh, it's real quick, like 10, maybe 15 minutes. Like literally I jump out of bed. I have my clothes on my floor the night before because I have to get my little Lydia in the morning at 5 a.m. And so I literally, like, my alarm goes off and I, like, in the dark jump up and I, like, throw my clothes on, then get her, and then just come back and just, like, a quick brush my teeth, throw my hair up either in a claw clip. Like, this took me, like, literally not that long, but lots of dry shampoo to give it volume, but, like, 2 seconds, and then I just do my makeup and I keep it very simple, like mascara, a little blush, and I shaded my eyebrows and then do tinted chapstick. And I buy the same exact makeup of each thing each time, and
No
like I
thinking about
know
it.
what it's, yeah, like I know what it is, and I have it in the makeup bag, and you can just dump out the whole makeup bag and you put it back as you use it. Like, very simple. Deodorant, perfume, like,
And you always put in earrings. And actually, I probably
yeah.
started wearing earrings more after hanging out with you. It really dresses up. Even like your look right now looks like, oh, you have like a cute back ponytail or something or a clip. But like your earrings do dress things
Mm-hmm.
up. So and that's what I do on my non dress up days, like non weekend nights. It's just a little bit of blush. I'm heavy on my blush. I put blush on my eye on my like as eyeshadow. So I just blush my cheeks, my eyeshadow, mascara, and then I just do plain chapstick, and that's my thing. I have been doing the dry shampoo a lot more. So, funny story. I got in to my home last night at 2:30 in the morning because my parents were
Oh
flying
gosh.
back in from town. So I was sitting with my grandma. We did take a little cat nap on the couch before they got home, but I got home so late, and I don't. I guess I did shower yesterday. I didn't wash my hair. I hadn't washed my hair in several days, and then today I went and took. Oh, I like woke up the boys, made them chicken sausage, went back to bed, and I was like, I'll wake up and take you to school. I did that. I was going to come home, but I didn't, and I ended up taking Sadie to a park. I was like, please, Lord, just help me not see anyone. Cause I mean, it was like, I didn't, sometimes I look bad, but I don't smell. I could smell myself, like almost like musty, gross smell. And it was warm outside. So sure enough, Madison's like, hey girl, how's it going? And in normal girl fashion, I was like, girl, I stink. I was like, I'm kind of embarrassed. This is what happened. I don't know why I'm telling you. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't get ready. Why did I tell you that story? I don't know why. But I was
I
really,
don't know.
really nasty, and I should have taken 15 minutes, even though I was tired, to
Oh,
get up and at least just wash my body. That's what I'll do. I'll like dip in a bath, or I'll
yeah,
like get in, like put my hair up and do a shower. I do that more in the morning. I know some women do those in the evening, but
yeah,
nonetheless, it was very embarrassing. I did not feel pretty or
yeah,
or smell goody.
yeah, I know. It's like you just never know, and it's always like the worst, like your worst possible moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're gonna see someone.
Yeah.
One time I went to Walmart like that, and I saw Pastor Matt, and he's like, "Oh, you're sick? What's going on?" I was like, "No, I'm not sick." And he's like, "You sure you just don't look right?" And I'm like, "I just don't have mascara on, thank you." And he's like, "Oh, well, okay." And it was kind of like the, "Are you pregnant?" Or like, "When's your baby due?" "I'm
Like
not pregnant."
awkward.
Like, it was just like he was so, I'm like, "It's okay. I know. I look like a naked mole rat without mascara." He's like, "Oh no, it's not that. It's just," I'm like, "It's okay. You don't have to try to deny it. I know it. It's fine." Like, and he's just like, "All right, see you later, buddy."
Well,
So
like
it's,
to that point, I do see some women, and myself in certain years was like this, but I do see some women that like just go out every day and they just don't put any attention into that stuff. And I'm like, I know how much like it adds to your day and to your like confidence, I guess. And we're not saying go work out to have abs and go, do all these things to like make yourself look, better than anyone else. It's just like, what do you do? Here, Sadie, hold on, my daughter's here. What can you do to put yourself together? I feel like God wants us to have like order and routines and also like take care of ourselves. I think like we're his temple and things like that. But anyways, I just feel like there's many women out there that just don't realize it and haven't been taught. It's like I was cleaning our chicken coop water dish. Hold on. I'm sure this is really important. What?
like, "Did you know that my dinosaur's name is
I'll get some
Blueberry?"
in just a minute. I'm almost done. Here. Yeah. Remember when you said there was chips in the pantry? I'll be out in just a second. Um, Anyways, what
Remember
was I
when you
saying?
said you were gonna call Ava's mom and set up the play date? Did you do that
I'm
yet?
gonna do it right now.
I think so. I didn't. No way. Yeah.
Anyways,
No, I
but
think that there is again, yeah, like you said, it's not about being perfect or whatever. But I think like the Bible even shows that like, it talks about women and their beauty. I think that's something that God gave us that makes us so different from men and just our feminine side and like the heart and hearth that we bring to the home, like the warm, like whatever. And
right.
so, whatever that looks like for you, and it can be different for each person is a different level, and yeah, I think you just gotta find your happy medium or whatever, but, um, it doesn't have to, I literally don't take more than 10 minutes to get ready. And it's funny because, like, a lot of times people come up to me. I've had like three people come up to me at the gym, and um, one girl was kind of rude, like, "Oh, well, you sure get dressed up to work out," and or like made some type of
Mm-hmm.
comment along those lines. I'm like, literally, bro, did my mascara on the way here in the car. Like
Yeah.
slept. Sometimes I sleep in my workout clothes just so I don't have to change in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it way easier. But and then like a couple other women are like, "Wow, you really you look too fancy to go to the gym." I'm like, literally not that fancy. Like, literally, like you'd be so
But again, it's like it's something that you can teach others. Oh. I was just saying it's good that you do, but that's something that's like a skill that you have. We talk about like, certain things and how we're not planning, but one of the skills you have is how you can thrift all of that stuff, so all your clothes and whatever. But then you're pretty efficient with how you get ready, how you can and you do more than I do. If I'm not like going out on a Saturday or whatever, I'm not going to put my best dress on, but I feel like you'll always go out looking cute and that's a good thing because half the time I end up not wearing the things that I love to wear because for some reason my mindset is like only when you really go out on the town. So yeah, I think you have a very efficient way of looking cute. And again, I think some people have let themselves go. Some people feel like they don't have time. Some people have just never been taught. So it's just chapstick, little bit of mascara and blush and earrings. Find some cute earrings. That's it.
yeah, do
4
something.
minutes probably, really.
Yeah.
So
But it'll make you feel better. And I think a huge thing too is like I know everyone says it, but like just drinking lots of water and staying hydrated is going to help with, if you are trying to lose weight, if you're tired, all of that stuff. Like I feel like it's like the water thing's like a broken record, but it's like so
she
true.
drinks a lot of water.
I do
I
drink a
feel
lot
like
of water.
I drink a lot of water. Like I might be more in the evening than you, but you like put me to shame with water.
I don't know why I'm so thirsty, but I do feel like people will, ask. I like it's good for your skin and everything. Like I think that's like one thing. Like I don't know. Someone was like, "What do you put on your face?" And I'm like, "I don't wash my face, and I pick off my mascara at night." But sometimes I will wash it in the shower, but just like with my shampoo or soap or
Mhm.
like whatever, and like I moisturize a lot. But I think it's because like drinking water is like just really good for your
Yeah.
everything, flushes everything. And I mean, if you think about it, when you're really sick or if you need healing and you go to the hospital, what do? They hook up an IV to you because everything works better when it's hydrated. So I think it's
Right.
just a simple thing,
Yeah.
um, with losing weight or like feeling good, whatever. So
Right.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think we have a guest for the podcast. You can sit there as long as you be a good girl, okay?
May.
It's just her. The boys are gone. They all went to baseball, so just me and
Oh, fun.
my little girl. Well,
Um,
what else? Anything else for preparing for the summer, like you were saying, or
for me, I told my kids that I am expecting them to help out a lot more this summer. And so they're going to help me do like the Fly Lady blessing hour, home blessing hour, and their chore charts. And, yeah, they're just gonna like clean their bathroom and do their own laundry, like just maintain their stuff, but we've kind of slipped away from that. And there's been a lot of sickness and different things like my son Nolan, he's missed quite a bit of school, and so we've fallen out of that because of all these things. And
Circumstances.
so they just haven't been on their chore charts as good. And I'm just upping it this summer, which I don't think is bad. Like their bathroom is
They're
going to
getting
like once
older.
a
It's
week.
good
Yeah,
for them.
for sure. And they need to know how to do it. And honestly, their bathroom's not my responsibility. Their laundry's not my responsibility. Like that's
Hmm.
your own personal
Right.
hygiene things. And so, doing like just a quick clean, the two, Josie and Nolan, will clean their bathroom together once a week, and they'll alter, and just having a list for them so it's simple, like wipe mirror, wipe counter,
Yeah.
scrub toilet, Bissell cross wipe the floor or whatever, and then next week you do the opposite of what you did. And
Hmm.
same with Landon doing his bathroom, and all that. And so like just teaching them to stay on top of their stuff, but like chore charts in the morning before you get screens, before you have friends over, before you do
Yeah.
anything, and putting on there like 30 minutes of reading a day, because you've got to not rot your brain completely. No, in the summertime they're not really on the screens as much. It's more of a winter thing here. They do like to play outside, which I love, but
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm gonna put the reading on there for sure. So just like
I think
simple
too,
things.
even maybe for my boys doing like a little bit of a fly lady of, and this is something I was talking to Valerie about, like, okay, Sadie. Okay. Yeah. um, I was like, just like the habit stacking or whatever you've called that in the past is, but I have my Dawn dish soap of my toilet scrub brush right next to my toilet. So it's like a habit of before you get in the shower, even once a day, just take that thing, do a little scrubby, or take your, like you can get it from the dollar store, like your Dawn dish soap, the little mini, do a little drop in the toilet, do a little scrub, take some toilet paper and get whatever. And so I'm even trying to, I haven't been like completely accountable to that habit thing yet, but I'm going to try to teach it to the boys too.
Yeah.
So,
And same with for the shower. So I got Landon the dish scrubber with like the Scotch scrub pad, that the handle you fill up with soap.
oh, that's a
You know what
good
I'm talking about?
idea.
With
That's a
the
really good idea.
sponge. And so
Yeah.
I tell them like I never really like go in and like scrub my shower. Like I do it when I'm in there. Like you just keep that full of soap. And then while you're in the shower, and like a lot for me, I'm like, as your conditioner sits, you take that and you scrub down all the shower. And something else that I swear
That's a
by,
great
it's like
idea.
super cheap for, it's like $20, but the shower heads that come out and like that you can like move around, that are on a like hose, like the metal.
Hmm.
Why can't I speak? What is that called? But do you know what I'm talking about? Like where you take the shower head off and then
Yeah.
you can like move it. I don't
Hmm.
know, detachable shower head.
Yeah.
And they're like $20, and literally it's so much easier to just clean your shower, because then you can just spray it all down. And I hate it when I would clean houses in the shower, like you can't do that. And so go get yourself one of those. It will save your shower, and then you never clean your shower. Like I don't ever just go clean the shower. I only clean the
And have to
shower when I'm taking
scrub
a
because you
shower.
haven't done it.
Yeah,
So does
like
it
you
ever get
just do.
slippery for you, or you just like brace yourself when or do you have like the pad in the bottom?
No, I
Not
don't
too
have the
bad.
pad, but I'll just like do half, and then
Hmm.
just be mindful of
Yeah.
it. Like
Just
do half
don't
of
slip.
the,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Oh, that's a
floor,
really
and
good
then
idea. I
scooch
have an
over and
extra
do
one of
that.
those right now. I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you can get them at the dollar store, but they're in
Oh,
all my bathrooms, and it's like I'm trying
good
to teach
idea.
them, like, you don't ever want to have to clean. Don't make time for cleaning. Just
Yeah.
make cleaning
If
a
you hate cleaning,
routine.
that should be our Logan. If you
Yeah.
hate cleaning, then don't.
Yeah, like you don't have
Stop
to do the
cleaning.
crazy cleaning. You just like do your things as you go. And that's what I'm like
Right.
telling them with like their room. Like Nolan used to be so good at keeping his room clean, and lately we're just like, bro, what bomb is going off and why?
Yeah.
And like we just painted it, and now you decide to make it messy. Like we spent all this time on it. Now like it's just trashed always. I'm like, don't set it down. Put it away. Like
Hmm.
you'll never have to clean your room again. Like
Yeah.
ever. You just take your shoes off and you put them away. Like before you go
Right.
to just throw them on the floor, you're like, your brain goes, that's not where they go. And
Yeah.
then like
I always
go
think
put them
6
away.
seconds. Usually it's
Yeah.
like within where you're at to 6 seconds for you to put something fully away within
Mhm.
like a room. Sadie's room,
Yeah.
even though it gets crazy, it's like a minute and a half. And I'm trying to
Yeah.
teach her those things. I was like, Sadie, let's see how long this takes us. boom, boom, boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom. That's like 40 seconds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So same.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good thing. That is something that like with the kids lately in their chore chart and they're crying, I like literally set a timer on my watch or a stopwatch and they do it and I'm like, you literally cried and complained for 20 minutes and it took you 4 minutes and 30 seconds to
Yeah.
unload the dishwasher.
True story.
It's really not
Yeah.
that big of a deal. Like we're
Yeah, you're
making a mountain out
overthinking
of a
it.
molehill.
Yes.
Like just knock it out, get it done, sister.
Right.
Like, and I think that's a lot of things with life is just we make it more than it has to be.
We
Just
do. Yeah.
nix it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my
I love it. I
plan.
think this is a good podcast. I feel like this is going
Yeah.
to speak to other women. This is just normal mom life stuff. And again, hopefully, what we're rolling out within some time this year, hopefully, we're going to have our own systems worked out and be able to help support some other women trying to just improve our lives, become more efficient, but have peace. Where our goal is
Mhm.
Jesus and peace. So,
Love it. And I think really quick, the other thing for healthiness is just make half your plate vegetables. It's such a simple thing. And so you just
yeah.
get up, take a few minutes to get ready, move your body some way, drink water, and then make half of your plates vegetables. You don't even have to count macros or calories or anything. You're just getting all those veggies and the nutrition, and you want to
Yeah.
eat that first. And so
Yeah.
that's simple.
And what was I going to say? It's going to be so profound. Oh, what I've been doing in the morning with the boys, if I make eggs, is I just will go in and get like the mixed lettuce and I'll just grab, it's like they're little bunny rabbits. And
Uh-huh.
for some reason, of all the things they complain about, they don't complain about this. And I just like grab it out of the bin, put a huge pile on their plate, and I say, okay, eat that first. And they do it. I'm like, Ty, why do you not complain about this of all the things? But that's just another easy way to add
Yeah.
that, especially in the mornings with eggs. Pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
And we do tons of like diced tomatoes and avocado, cucumbers, salt, pepper, and put that on top. And it literally goes good on any type of eggs. Scrambled, runny, hard boiled, like it doesn't matter. But you know, you think like veggies don't go with breakfast food, but it does, and it's actually
Or
really
you think
good.
it's like not gonna taste good, and then you're like, actually, that was like delicious. So,
Yeah, it makes it so much better. So, speaking
uh,
of food, what are you having for dinner?
oh, oh, you are gonna be so proud of me. Let me look this up. It is
Yeah.
gonna be a Greek bowl. Oh, Sadie, can you stop hitting
Ooh,
the mic, baby girl?
like a Euro
Um,
bowl.
you can't touch that, baby. Um, yeah, I did some meal planning this week because I went to Trader Joe's. I even like deadheaded all the way out to Trader Joe's on
You know,
Saturday
that
because I
kind
what's
of sad.
that?
She went to Trader
I
Joe's
know
without
without you. I
me.
know. I know. Once I talked to you
I
that day,
need
I
to
was like, oh,
go.
that's kind of like sad.
I
I'm
know.
going to
I
try to
got
go once a week or have Eric pick it up. It's more economical for Eric to pick it up. But
yeah.
um, yeah, it's a bowl with, I guess it's like a Greek whatever bowl with, does this one? Oh, this one has white rice. The other one has quinoa. But chicken breast, Greek dressing, feta, cucumber, tomato, red onion, and white rice. So that's going to be mixed together. So that's
Yeah.
tonight. Tomorrow,
Yeah. Oh, look at you. You got 2 dinners
oh
prepared.
no, I have it. I have it all like the whole week.
No, I know.
And
I was joking.
in
Like,
fact, we had steak. Well, we had kind of like thin whatever steak Sunday for lunch because I had so much like actually planned everything out. I was like, well, because we had like a partial container of it left. So, anyways, we're eating good. So tomorrow is going to be a one pan marry me chicken tortellini. Actually,
ooh,
that
yummy.
is remember when Katie Dorish, no, you won't. On the Line Mama's page, there was a reel about a girl going in and spending a very minimal budget at Aldi and having these like great meals. And so
Uh-huh.
I pulled 2 or 3 of them from there. And then we're gonna have beef stroganoff maybe on Friday, and then Thursday we're eating out. So I have an extra
Yeah.
piece. I was like, okay, the kids are gonna need some. I don't know. I was like, you get to the point. I've said this with
Mhm.
chickens and dogs in the past. Like I'm done. I'm done with all
Mhm.
this craziness. But yeah, tomorrow is gonna look. I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh, yummy. I've had the Marry Me chicken. It is really good. I've
yeah,
made
I'm
it a few
excited.
different ways.
So
Yummy. I gotta figure out dinner. We're like opposite roles here. No, I have some drumsticks, like chicken drumsticks, but those take so long, and this podcast went too late, and so now I'm
oh
trying to
yeah,
figure out, like,
you are so good about eating early.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out a different form of dinner right now. But we do have like lots of salad stuff, and I've been just like eating all the salads, and they've been delicious. And so I'll probably just do something. I don't know. I have sweet potatoes. I'm gonna go make sweet potatoes. We got
Yum.
some fresh veggies. We'll probably do like what we were talking about on like just the random plates of like fresh veggies, some nuts, and then like maybe some eggs on there, chicken, meat. I don't know,
It's
something
like my
like that.
favorite meals. That's what happened on
Yeah.
Sunday. Even though I had a meal planned, we ended up getting home too late. And yeah, I made a salad with red onion. I don't know, just like kills it with your salt and pepper. I always do that. But it was like my favorite meal. I had a big salad. It was delicious. And then a bunch of fruit. And yeah, I
Yeah.
like, and then popcorn. Popcorn was our treat or our carb. So it's really
Yeah.
good. Okay,
If
no
you
more.
if you like red onion, try this. So next time you have a jar of pickles and it goes empty, slice a red onion up really thin and put it in there and like marinate it in there, and then just use that in your salads and on your sandwiches, and like
Yum.
it's so good.
That's
So good.
awesome.
You're
I
not
will do
wasting the
it.
pickle juice. It could be any
We do
vegetables
pickles
really.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be any vegetables, like thin sliced carrots or radishes, like everything is good. Or like you could do a mix, but like, or if your veggies are about to go bad, then you throw them in there and they don't go bad, and so then they get crunchy and crispy, and it's
That's a
really good.
great idea. That's a whole nother
So,
podcast, I think.
yeah.
Well, and Eric
Fermented
is
vegetables.
fermenting food for my hands or for my
Oh, he
eczema.
is.
So he
I just
made
got.
two, like the tops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just got mine. So what did he make?
I made 2 jars of salsa, his normal salsa, which I guess you find you can make whatever salsa you like. And
Mm-hmm.
because you think like fermented food for probiotics, it's always like kimchi or sauerkraut. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you add like a certain, it's like 2% salt to whatever
Yeah.
you do. Um, and he didn't bath it or anything. It's just, I guess it's like within like 2 days to a week done. He did
Mm-hmm.
that. He did lemons, just like cut up lemons in it. I guess it's just
Mm-hmm.
good gut health.
Is
And
it good?
then we haven't tried it yet. He did them on Saturday. And
Nice.
then I think there's one more. But yeah, we got the weights that go in.
Yeah.
We've canned before a little bit, but we've never done the weights. So we got the weights and then we got like the burpee tops.
Yeah, I got mine. So I was actually just thinking today, I'm like, I need to figure out what to make. So I'm going to need to do that. But I'm excited to try them and
Yeah.
see.
I'm thankful that he is okay with doing that stuff. So I bought
Yeah.
it all and he did it. So I forget
Yes,
what else
there you
what we
go.
did. But
Yeah.
oh, he just did sauerkraut. Yeah, he did end up
Oh,
doing that too.
good.
So yeah.
Yummy.
Well,
Well,
cool.
awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
hope this
So
audio
let's
works
say
better
bye.
than our last ones on Riverside on our podcast streaming platform. We'll see. I'll
We're
let you know if
ramping
I'm
up the
whining
team.
later tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Okay.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You too. See you
See
next
you
time,
next time,
Mama.
mamas. Yay. You say bye,
Don't
Sadie.
say I'm doing a
Bye.
podcast. Bye.
I love you.
Bye. I love you.
We'll see you later.
I love
See
you
you
more
next-
than the earth.
I love you the mostest.
I can see through my feelings now. I can see clear through my mind. And the secret is to shut my eyes and see through my mind.